Brenda looked down on her 108 suitors from the window of her room, wondering how she'd get rid of them. Maybe she could invent a husband, tell them he had just died and she was in mourning. No, they'd probably insist she rebound with them. Nothing like a little hair of the dog, after all. She may not have had any memory of men and how they could be, but somehow she knew what they would say. She could tell them that to honor her dead husband she'd weave him a burial shroud, and they would have to wait until she was finished. Since she knew squat about weaving, it was a safe bet that it would take a long time, and they would probably lose interest and go away. The family was not allowing them into the house, so they were camped outside on the lawn. They had lit the lamps, and in their light enjoyed a friendly rivalry with one another, drinking and laughing. She looked at each of them in the flickering orange glow, trying to imagine what a life with each would be like. Waking up next to that one, or having children with him over there, having to make love to them, she shuddered. Hugging herself, she leaned her forehead against the glass and wondered why Tiago hadn't written to her, why all of her prayers had gone unanswered. Then her eyes settled on a newcomer pushing his way into the crowd, a dangerous-looking man in a head-covering mask, and her blood ran cold. Flynn scowled, scrunching up his face as he slowly awoke. He blinked, smacking his lips, and gradually became aware of the eerily familiar phosphorescence around him. As he tried to involuntarily recoil in horror, the realization that he was tied to a column made his stomach churn in fear. Eyes wide, Brenda leaned close enough to press her nose to the window, fogging the glass with her breath. The man she did not know but somehow feared walked through the camp, pretending to be casual. Everything about him exuded evil, as if he was the embodiment of malice. He studied the others as one would size up a potential victim, winding his way through them. Then he stopped, as if feeling her eyes upon him. Her flesh crawled, but she was unable to look away, like a small bird frozen by the presence of a snake. Slowly he raised his masked face, looking up the facade of the mansion to her window to glare into her eyes.